Hello everyone, I am Cameron Halbert, and the IIHF 2020 Esports Fan Championships is already underway. We're about to get into the playoff rounds, and today I want to go over some offensive tips that you can use in NHL 20. So let's get into all those tips right now. So the first thing I want to go over is zone entry. Now, not all zone entries are going to be this easy. Just walk right in and have all the time and space that you can. Some are going to be a lot more challenging where you're pressured at the blue line and you've got to do a reverse. This is a great play to kind of get your opponent to chase you over to one side. You look back and pass the other way, and it's going to create that space into the zone that you need to set up some creative plays. The next tip I want to go over is setting your shot before you actually shoot. So in this clip right here, you'll see that I hold it out to the forehand for a slight moment to actually be able to get more on the shot. Now this will work obviously when you're the shooter in a slot and you can pick the corners well with a superior player, but it works just as well, if not more, when you're setting up a pass. I hold it here for a slight moment and it will freeze the goaltender, having to make him challenge the shot as you're setting up on the forehand, leaving that back door wide open for an easy tap in every single time. The next tip is going to be about lineup construction. One of the main ways to generate offense in NHL 20 is with the one-timer, and the best way to do that is have your righties play on the left and your lefties play on the right. This will also work much better for using the behind-the-net strategy. Now, there's a few effective ways to use the behind-the-net strategy, and one of them is way out in front. One of the best setups that are in this game with behind the net is right here, where you can get your backdoor player to come up in an almost triangle offense when you're in the slot. It's always going to be open. But the more traditional way is to come out from behind the net and wait for the reverse. Again, these are going to be wide open more often than not, and you're going to be able to take advantage of them. And the last tip I want to go over is adjusting to what your opponent is giving you in the offensive zone. So notice in this clip, there's really no pressure at the blue line for my defenseman. I'm able to just rip a one-timer from the point, and it's uncontested. Now look what happens when he switches to tight point. All my guys are covered, but it leaves the slot wide open. You need to adjust on the fly to what your opponent is giving you, and there's going to be created plays that you can make out of that. So guys, I hope these tips help you dominate in NHL 20, and be sure to tune into the IIHF 2020 Esports Fan Championship. Have a good one.